Howdy everyone, welcome back to Huckleberry Soaps. I'm David Ryan, head soap maker, and today I'm making a commission. This is the thing that I was practicing with that fresh bamboo and white tea marbled green soap that I tried to make last year. Yes, happy New Year. This is my second video of the year, and I've decided to make my intros and ending things after the entire process is done, so I don't I have some stuff to talk about before the thing starts. But this commission is from a friend, and he wanted soap for his mom for Christmas, and he requested a lavender with a hint of citrus. So the fragrance oil I'm using in this one is a mix of Lavender Essential Oil and energy fragrance oil from Brambleberry. And I do need to get a better small scale so I can accurately measure things out. But I think the scent turned out really good. I did actually get he did say that his mom was very satisfied with it, so I'm glad. I think I did a better job with this type of a soap design with Melt and Pour than I did the first time I tried it. I learned a lot, and I'll go over some of the things I think happened versus now. I think I talk about it during the video, and I'll definitely kind of recap it after the video as well. So without further ado, let's get to the soapy goodness. So to save time, I have everything measured out. I have roughly 701 grams of each thing in each pitcher. So instead of doing all the measuring out, I will skip directly to the soap cutting, which I know lots of people like. I'm trying something different, and I'm going to be recording the intro to this after I'm done. So instead of not knowing exactly anything of what happens, I'll have something to talk about aside from what I hope will happen. I am back home right now, but I intended to get this done last weekend, but I was sick, so I didn't want to work on any soap, and there's a little bit of something stuck to that, so I'm gonna get rid of that so it's not floating around. Of course, this video will be coming up. This will probably be my second video of the new year. So that's exciting. And now for the other half. I'm glad I got this cutting board. Part of the reason I decided to get all the measuring done before doing this is because I cannot measure on top of the stove and have the measurements be accurate, and I don't know why. I have to do it on the floor or on my outside table or on the table or on the dinner table. So it would make filming that difficult, plus it takes up a good amount of time anyway. So now we have both parts of the soap cut. I've got Nehi Grape mica already dispersed in alcohol. That's going to be put in half of it. And I got a mixture of Lavender Essential Oil and energy from Brambleberry, which is a nice citrus, makes a nice citrus and lavender scent. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and begin the melting process. So this is after about 2 minutes of microwaving both of them at the same time. I need them to be roughly the same temperature so that they cool down at about the same rate, so that they can both be so if one is too loose and one is too set up, then it won't blend correctly, and it might disperse differently than having clear, distinct lines. And I'm giving them a little bit of a chance to cool down in between this and the next burst, and so I don't overheat it. I think the reason why the honeysuckle soap had that kind of film of lighter, uncolored soap was because it did get a little bit, part of it did get overheated a little bit. I am going to be getting a different thermometer because that one kept telling me that the temperature was really high. I'm going to compare them because I think that it's not very accurate. I'm going to do some research and get try and find a more accurate one, and then compare to see how accurate. The reviews on this one said they were good, but I think it's fine for measuring, comparing two things, but not necessarily see if they're within the same temperature range. But it might not be accurate for something like this, or even something else you could do with chocolate making. Because Brambleberry says don't get this above 160 degrees. And according to that, I've had it over 160 degrees, but aside from a few things, it has performed fine. So I think the flaw is in my equipment rather than their formulation. Although there is a good chance that they also give you a lower number to go by, so you don't accidentally surpass the limit, kind of like they do with other things. So we're gonna pop this back in the microwave for probably another minute. Okay, so now both of these are all fully melted. They are about 140 degrees, so I'm going to start off by putting my Nehi Grape mica into this one. I've mixed it up with some 99% isopropyl alcohol to help it disperse and not clump up. That right there is a good color. So I think I'll take this opportunity to oh wow, that smells really good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get my mold, put it here, and then we're not going to just keep these in these big containers. Those are hard to pour from. Instead, I got some smaller pitchers that I had right here with me. So in order to speed up the cooling process, we're going to put some of it there. And some of it here. And just keep filling it up as we go. Because first things first, I'm going to pour the white layer. That's about 131. It's about 128, so that's good. We're going to first open the nozzle on the rubbing alcohol. Spray it down. Then we're going to just wait and pause. Okay, now we're going to, okay, that is about 115. It's about 127. So we're going to pour a strip down there and a strip up here. Stage of this is to take the chopstick. So I'm going to and there is the lavender marble soap. It just needs to sit up for a few hours and then we'll get to the... Okay, so now it is time to cut the soap. So first, let us unstick the soap. Then turn the soap over. Then pour the soap out onto the board. Then unseal the soap, and then peel the soap. So right away I can see that it kind of did the same thing my white tea and bamboo soap did. And this right here is the pattern that I wanted exactly. But it seems the rest of the soap is... Normally when you do the type of marbling that I was attempting, you would cut it down the middle and then cut that into bars because of the taking the chopstick and going like that. But I think because of the way I swirled it, it actually got a good swirling in the middle anyway. So what I'm thinking I'm going to try is I'm going to cut this in half. And one day I'm going to cut vertical, and then the other one I'm going to cut like that to get the different types of swirls that are available within the bar. So first we're going to measure. It is 10.25 inches. So it's going to be a little bit over . So I'm going to put that one off over there. Actually, because it turned out good that way, I am just going to continue cutting the rest of the bars in that fashion. So I'm going to go run this by him, and if he gives the thumbs up, then I will wrap it up and probably get it out on Friday. So that was my second attempt at a marbled melt and pour thing. I think I went over in the video, but I think part of the problem of why my first batch failed as far as the fresh bamboo and white tea one was that I used a clear melt and pour with a white one, and I think the white melt and pour is denser than the clear one, so I think it's more likely to set down. Plus, what I did was I let that first layer sit a little bit, so I think it firmed up. By the time I poured the very last of it, it had firmed up, so my chopstick wouldn't have done anything to it. So I think I made that. So this time, obviously, I used all white melt and pour and colored it, so that would be the same density. I'm still working on just making a. I'll put a picture up of the design I was trying to do. And that website, and I'll put the link to that website, gave instructions on what to do, and I tried following those instructions as much as I possibly could. But melt and pour is a lot harder to use as far as fine details and layering. Well, actually, I think I can do a layered melt and pour just fine. I think I've learned my lesson. So if I did a 2-layer, 3-layer melt and pour. I think I could do that in the future. But as far as other finer designs, I definitely need a lot more work with it. And that's fine. I'm gonna do more melt and pour in the future, and not as often as cold process, because that's the thing that I like doing the most, and I like being able to make everything from the ground up. I think that's the most satisfying thing, in addition to it just being overall easier to work with. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please check out my Instagram and TikTok at Huckleberry Soaps. And also leave a comment about what you'd like to see in the future. I'm always up for ideas. And also, I have them up for sure now, and I'm making a point to put them under every video. I have commission links, and currently, as I am making this, commissions are open. And I will do my best to close them if I have too many requests on either the cold process or melt and pour. You can see their Google Forms. They will send it. Make sure you do give make sure your email address is accurate. I accidentally had someone misspell their email address, and I couldn't get back to them, but thankfully I know them in person, so I was able to contact them and get everything worked out. But yeah, just make sure your contact information is accurate, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can with a priced out invoice after I clarify details, and we'll go from there. So thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate everything that y'all do as far as watching my videos, commenting, liking, etc. And give me a subscribe if you want to see more. And as always, have a great day.